Hey, hey, hey. It's not welcome to Sunday. We're not that far in the future. But the race is on with Shawnee Grows. She had a wonderful live today. If you haven't connected with Shawnee Grows, please do. Okay, yep. Hey, it's good to see you. Gandalf. I was stalking you again, Jansy, and singing. There you go. Thanks, thanks for popping in, Ace and Shawnee and Gandalf. How about that? Three of my favourites. Very good to see a few friendly faces. Man, I left home yesterday at 4 a.m. to drive 2.5 hours for this course that they made me go to where I work. 6 of us go into a room and we're sitting in the trainer's room. We're thinking, what time is it? Why isn't he here? Because it started at 7:15, some stupid hour like that, because they were trying to cram 2 days of training into the one. So anyway, long story short, I'm all fried. Go put sheets on the bed. Make sure they're the nice fleecy ones. And welcome in, everybody. Yeah, the race is on for the 4,000 subscribers. 1,000 subscribers. I told you I was fried. 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. In the next 4 weeks, I think my watch hours are going to get there. Before my subscribers, unfortunately. I didn't think I'd be in that situation. But you never know. 4 weeks is a long time in this world of YouTube land. And I've got EVMUX up because I'm trialing it out because StreamYard is full. And I'm just on the free version. And let me tell you, Shawnee, you know what I just planted just a minute ago? Out the back. In Outback Tasmania land. And does this go down or up? I am not sure. Let me check it out. Ace. Yes, goes down. Okay. Fried in the Future. Hey, that's a good name for a song. Or even a band. Fried in the Future. Now performing here. Yeah, I might borrow that, Ace. It could be the name of the live stream. If I knew how to change it in EVMUX, I would. I'm in the dynamic scene. What if I go there? What happens if I click this button? We really don't want that. So we'll click this button and come back to here. Okay, what about this button over here? Okay, it shows a screen. Or it could be something else. Okay, we'll come back to there. All right, EVMUX, I'll learn how to use this. I tell you what, I bumped into Ryan, the tech guy, and he was live this morning, and it is Friday here. I was out doing the grocery shop and doing some stuff, doing some business downtown, and I just showed him. I went live with him to say I'm here always to support my friends from way back, and Ryan's just getting back into the groove of things. So if you haven't connected with Ryan, the tech guy, but I'm pretty sure he's changed his brand again. But you know the guy, the Welsh wizard over there, Ryan, he is a fabulous guy and music lover, and we always have a great conversation. Yes, I'm just playing with this today, so let me just, here we go. What are we going to do here? Okie dokie. Alrighty, now I'll go over to here. go to here. Yeah, I'm still learning this system, so bear with me. I'll post that. There you go, Gandalf, if you want to come up, if you're all caffeinated, or Shawnee or Ace, or just come up and say hi. We're just going to go for a short while. I've got the green frog behind me here. Charlie had a haircut, by the way. It's still cool weather, but where is he? Oh, Charlie, where are you, buddy? He's right. Here he is. Hey, Charlie, come here. Here. Over here. Here you go. There's Charlie with his Kermit little outfit on. It's glary. Charlie, come back to Dad. One treat. He knows that word. There he is. Recording stopped. Okay. I'll press that. I'm assuming we're still live, yes. Just had a little warning pop up. Sorry about the camera work. I've got to get my other camera, this one here, connected. And we'll see how we do this. We'll press this button. Hopefully that fires her up. We'll say we want a webcam. There's a Q8. That is the Zoom Q8. A fabulous bit of tech. Good for music. Good for all sorts of things. So we'll just keep watching the Zoom. And we'll go to settings. Oh, here we go. Zoom Q8. Here we go. We're in business. Bit of Mambo. The artist for Mambo, if you don't know, or the creator of the brand, is Reg Mombassa, who's the guitarist in the band Mental as Anything back in the day, which are no more. They were still going, but poor old the keyboard player died, had a massive, I think it was a heart attack, or it could have been a brain hemorrhage, but he was going through a separation and he was moving his furniture from one suburb to another. Greedy Smith. How soon we forget. Yeah. And unfortunately the stress got to him. Yeah. It was a lovely guy too. Lovely guy. Oh man, sorry, Gandalf. Yeah, but I'm out of. I'm all out of hours. I've got 50 minutes left on StreamYard as the 20 hours come up, and the new cycle turns up on the 14th, which is 10 days away, or 9 days away. So that's when I'll kick back into my StreamYard. I'm comfortable on StreamYard. I know the prices for this sort of stuff is crazy, and I know a lot of people don't like EVMUX for that rolling ball that keeps jumping in. But if you pay for this, I'm going to pay for a service. It's going to be either StreamYard, EVMUX, Restream, and there's one more that people are using. So I'm going to give all them a crack, and we're going to see how it goes. Hey, Bobby, good to see you, my friend. And how's it all going on the property, mate? I seen Mike talking about you the other day, saying he needs to get back over there and keep that aircon running smoothly. So I hope all that gets all sorted for you soon. I couldn't get to his live today on his football game. I might go back and have a look. It's quite interesting stuff for an Australian to watch, how the school football, and yeah, it's pretty well organised. But yeah, I'm just pushing along for watch hours. I'm just being me. Rumble Studio. Rumble. This is interesting. Let me have a look. Rumble Studio is another one, but I can't try it yet. We're not talking about Rumble, the other streaming service, or is it just another name, Rumble Studio? Interesting. Over on Rumble, I've been on Rumble for a number of years. I made $15 on Rumble within a matter of 2 weeks. Don't need a well, at that time you did not need any qualifications to get monetized. You just put content out, and if you got enough stuff on it, enough views and stuff, they paid you into your account. So I was sort of wrapped at the time, but it sort of went bit backwards with okay, get some food. I was going to make some fried rice, but I thought for lunch, I haven't had lunch yet. It is now 2:14. I just planted some. This is for you, Shawnee. I planted some tomatoes that I sliced inside the kitchen and brought out some leftovers, and they still had seed. And I put them not in a pot. You know how people put your sliced tomato in a pot and cover it up, and you get, I don't know if they're good quality or bad quality, but you do get seedlings from it. Just checking on the little boy, and I put him in to be Outback Tasmania style. I put him in some packaging, which is the wonderful tubes that you get when you buy a packet of Pringles. They have aluminium on the bottom, and you put a hole in them with the wonderful drill, and you fill them up with potty mixes, cardboard on the side, put your seeds in it. You got such a long depth of good growing root stock, like the root system should really kick in on that depth, and then you can put that straight into the ground if you put a good enough hole at the bottom. So that is my newest experiment. That video will be coming out when the seedlings pop up. And I opened up the greenhouse, and the warmth that come out, the heat that it was holding was fabulous. Absolutely beautiful. Charlie couldn't get in there quick enough. As soon as I opened it up, he went, "Oh, this is awesome." Jonesy, if I could hit that lotto 1.7 billion. Man, we had last night here, we had 80 million going off in one of the lottos. Which one was that one called? Thursday night. Well, anyway, it was on the Thursday night draw, and they're all different organisations with the different ones on the Tuesday, the Wednesday, the Thursday, and then the Saturday. Well, the one last night was 80 million, and I bought a ticket, and I was extremely tired. I bought it online when I got home, because I got home after my course. We left at 4 in the morning, and I got back here in the house at about 6 at night. So a good 14-hour day. 5 hours of driving. I got a lift with somebody as well, and to make matters worse, I got a lift with somebody, and that night I had a bit of the night before, I had a bit of a dream about the car crashing. I don't know why I dream this weird stuff. Anyway, long story, but car didn't crash, but we did. Let me tell you this, I will not be going in the car with that gentleman again. And if anyone who knows me knows that gentleman, yes, I'm telling you now, I'm not getting in again. Yeah, and the 80 million, I bought the ticket, the 80 million went off. I didn't know at the time. I woke up in the morning. Sometimes it doesn't go off, and it like doubles and jackpots for the following week, as most people realise. And then I wake up, I open my emails up about 8 o'clock in the morning. First one on the email, bang. I get lots of emails every day, let me tell you. But the first one was, Lotto, congratulations, you are a winner. And I'm going, don't get excited, Jonesy. Just scroll down. And I'm scrolling down slowly, reading it. Congratulations, Jonesy, you've won, blah, 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 blah. Your prize has been deposited into your account, yada, yada, yada. Scroll down, and the amount is $11.50. There you go, $11.50. Cost me $14 for a ticket. Yeah, so I lost a couple of bucks, but I was getting excited for a couple of seconds. I thought I was coming over to America to visit all my friends and share the wealth, shower the kids with 80 million. What would you do with 80 million? I would shower my children and buy investment properties for my grandchildren, and then I would start not a shelf company. I would start a family trust. I would have money in this trust, and then I would make sure everyone's happy and content with, you don't want to give them a lot. You just want to give them a bit, get them housed, keep them happy. If they don't want to work, they can give work away. Maybe start up a business for one of them really wants to get into this business side of stuff. But anyway, long story short, that's what I would probably do. And then I would fly over to the States. I wouldn't even go first class. I would still go cattle class. Like, I'd sit in the back with everybody else because that's the sort of person I am. And I would put my headphones on and take a sleeping tablet, because what's the point? You might as well just have a nice sleep while you're sitting on a plane going for 18 hours. And then when you get there, go over and see Shawnee and say, how you going, Shawnee? Want to go shopping? And then go over to Gandalf. Hey, what do you need, Gandalf? You might need a couple of things. But and pop over to see Ace, because I'm in the neighbourhood. G'day, Ace. What's going on? That's just, we can all dream. What did you plant? A tomato from a sliced tomato. Put it in a Pringle packet, in a Pringle tube, because it's got good height. And that's my experiment. I've got a lot of experiments running on my channel. So I'm filming a lot now that I'm not really going to show. I'm going to show in a month or so. But, yeah. Tomato scraps. Yep. Basically it. Hey, Ed, good to see you, buddy. Whistle stop. How's your shed going, mate? How's the house? I still got to get over there and binge watch a bit for you, brother. And thank you for your support, my friend. Well, there you go, Gandalf. That is how the Amish grow tomatoes. I'll tell you what, when we were driving through, where were we? We were in Oklahoma. We're driving through Oklahoma with the band, right? We got 2 cars going, because there's 3 cars actually. There's the roadies with their sort of van and trailer. Then there's the big black, it's not a Suburban. What is it? It's GME. The cars that you see on the FBI TV shows with these big black sort of monster cars that they drive around, like the presidential parade. It was like one of these things with, I think, 4 of us in there with a lot of gear. And then in the other car, we had a sports car, actually. It was what was it? It was a V8. It was fun to drive. Charger. Yeah, it was a Charger. So we were cruising around this sort of convoy going through Oklahoma, and the first car, he was the roadie, he's leading the way. He just hit the brakes. He says, "Whoa, slow down! We got some Amish on the road," and we all sort of hitting the anchors. And here they are, horse and cart, running down the road, doing about 20 or 15 or whatever they're doing on an 80 mile an hour road. Yeah, good old horse is just doing his thing. And then we stopped, and one of the female backing singers in the band seen a stall and got everyone to stop at the Amish shop or stall, and she bought blankets and robes and like hooded scarves and all sorts of weird stuff. She bought, because we were heading into snow at that time of the year. We were eventually going to Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska, and it was Haymarket. If you've ever been to Haymarket in Lincoln, Nebraska, what a fabulous area. You got the basketball there, you've got the football stadium, you've got the university, you've got the clubs, the bars, the shops, the rail, the steam trains, all that sort of stuff. A slice of Tom on top of the dirt. Yeah, in the pot, put in cold storage over winter, and in spring they sprout. Okay. Well, Tasmania is cold enough. We don't need a fridge. I've put them out. They've been out, and I cut them up not yesterday, the day before, and I put them out here on a piece of paper, like dried them up. You know how they get that gelatin protection around the seeds? Well, you put them on the paper, and that seems to absorb. Anyway, long story. They've been out here for 2 days. That's cold enough. I stuck them in a pot, stick them in the greenhouse now, and see what happens. That is the experiment. But always, I wouldn't be doing this stuff if it wasn't for this person. There is no reason you couldn't have a live streaming for training to the house. Well, let me tell you, Shawnee, we all got there. It was 6 of us sitting in this stupid training room, and everyone's getting to like meet each other. Like we all work for the same company, but we work in different areas, like from different parts of the island. So of them, they hear your name, and they meet you for the first time. And then the trainer comes on, and he's from, somewhere where I used to live. And then he starts talking to me, and then I say, "Okay, yeah." He said, "What have you done in the past?" And I told him, because he wanted to know our experience. So I told him all the stuff I've done. He says, "You're not the Stephen Jones who worked for this guy." And I went, "I sure am." And then he raved on about all the stuff that I've done, and I've worked here in the mines, and I've done this over there, and we've done that rail project. He said, and then he said he used to be the owner of another company that was friends of the owner that I worked for. And yeah, it was funny, a small world and then the rest of the 5, there were 6 of us, so the other 5 guys are sort of looking at each other going, "It sounds like this guy knows his stuff," but they've changed all the rules. And he was live streaming. Yeah, we sat in this stupid training room, and he popped up on the TV screen. And then some other woman popped up from South Australia on the TV screen. And then he's the camera from the laptop. And then we had like one of these connected to the laptop as well, and we could move it around. If you wanted to see something that we drew, plans or diagrams, we could get a closer look at it. He could get a closer look at it. And then at the end of the exam, we were under the illusion that he would run through the answers at the end of the course. So everyone was sort of a bit relaxed. And then at the end of the course, he said, okay, Michael, stand up, grab your paperwork, walk through that door, because through that door is the office. Give your paperwork to this person. They're going to put it in the scanner and send it off to me, and I'll mark you off. So everybody then realised, oh, crikey, we're going to he's not going to run through the answers, and we're going to have to make sure our tests are right. And then I left about there was 65 or 67 questions that had to be answered. I left probably 5 vacant, thinking I'll write the answers in when he starts to revise, go over it. But he didn't, so I had to go back and rush him through. And I did. And he didn't. Everyone who made something wrong got an email, so I didn't get an email. So I might have got some wrong, but I think there's a tolerance that they leave you. And I said to him, so instead of driving the 5 hours, I could have sat in my home right here and done it from here. And he said, you sure could have, as long as we would have sent you the information on the whatever. It wasn't. It was a weird streaming service that they used. Okay, so where are we? Seed shopping. Okay, let's go run down the list and see what people are saying. Shawnee's laughing. Now, for some reason, I've got this. I've got this on my screen in front of me, and it's covering the TV. Like, why is it doing that? So I wonder. Support the channel by hitting the thumbs up, share the post, and invite others to join in. Watch the replay. Yes, watch the replay, please, of the past videos, lives, and help with watch hours. And become a member if you dare. Yes, memberships are available. Memberships are available. Yes, that's all I'll say there. And please, all the members in the chat, I think there might be one of you, chuck out all the emojis. There you go, Shawnee. That's your line. There you go. That was right across the screen. That comment. Now it's not there no more. But there are a lot of Amish. I'll tell you what. You got to take your hat off to the Amish. Hardworking. Won't tolerate, technology or whatever. Won't tolerate rubbish. They just get in, get their hands done, do their work, grow their food, live their life, work hard. Good on them. Look, here's another brother coming in down here. We got nice dreams. Yes, they are, Ace. Here's the old drunken chef barbecue. How you going, brother? Thanks for popping in, and always love your support. Thanks, mate. You know what I'm doing? I'm just jumping on. This is my Friday afternoon. I'm doing, what time is it? How long have I been live? Let me just have I'm using EVMUX, which is, I'm not. Okay. What was I doing that for? I've been on for 30 minutes, I think. It says it up there, 30. Yep. EVMUX, it says up the top, big red button, end broadcast, and then it says 31 minutes and 2 seconds counting up. So it is a bit strange. I do like the way EVMUX. I could be live on a couple of my channels, so we might even try that with Shawnee. I might even try that with Outback Tasmania, bring in the gardening crowd. And isn't it good? Like today, for instance. Today, this is how my day started, Shawnee. Here he is, Ryan, brother. Just talking about you earlier on. What are you doing awake? Good morning from the south of Wales. Have you been to sleep, my friend? I was just talking how I was on your live this morning, my time. Wade, thanks for popping in, Wade. Good on you, Ryan. That's Ryan's Variety. Ryan, the tech guy. I was calling you. Sorry, mate. I said, but you did have a new brand. Ryan's Variety and Talk. And if you couldn't meet a nicer guy, let me say that for now. If you want to connect with a lovely guy who just wants to have a good conversation, knows a little bit about tech support, but he's waiting on his brand new fiber to the house, and then he'll have Wi-Fi unlimited. So that's where he's going, and I hope you get it soon. Okay, Wade. Hello, Radio Jonesy from the great state of Montana, and hello to the chat room. Yeah, Wade, as you probably realise, I'm on the road to 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. I'm getting awfully close. I was at 3,610 this morning on my watch hours, and that will change in another 3 hours from now. I'll get the new update, but I didn't do a lot of lives this week. Ooh, Charlie. Neighbours' dogs are barking. You go tell the neighbours' dogs, mate. He's going out there. He's living the dog's life, that dog. Unfortunately, he gets booked in, I think it's every 10 weeks. He goes to the puppy parlour or the dog hair groomer. And we've been telling him because he is he's a little bossy boots, but he is a breed which is a Louchen. Jeez, my memory. I'll tell you what, he's a Louchen, Lowchen, and they're basically, I don't know if they're Chinese, but if they're Chinese breed, I'm sure Shawnee could find that up. But what they are a very intelligent dog, extremely intelligent, actually. He's at a situation where if he wants something from me, or not even that, I can look at him and go with a finger, and then go down, and he looks at me, he sits, and then when I say down, I don't even say it, I just point like that, and he lays down. What's the matter, buddy? The neighbour's dogs are barking. He's having the dog's life out the back. But yeah, lovely dog. And Wade, yeah, that's what we're up to. We're chasing Shawnee Grows. I think I've overtaken her by about 10 watch hours or something like that. But she's in front of me in subscribers. And we're sort of helping each other get to the finish line. Or the starting line, more than likely. Yes. Babysitting. Oh, you know what I haven't done today? Haven't taken the washing out of the machine. But you know what I'll do? I'll be smart and I'll run it through twice. Wait, saying hello to Gandalf, hello to Ace, and Ace is saying hi back, and everyone's saying hi to everyone, which is, yes, she is a wonderful person. I will vouch for that myself. Yeah, sure thing, Wade. Where are you? Hang on, what have we got to do here? Got to come over here. Got to press that. I press that and up comes Shawnee Grows. Then we go to there. And this is where I need an assistant. But yeah, no, life's been good. 819 subscribers, which I was 12 this morning. 812. So today I've gained like, what's that, 8? No, 7. Maths. Like I said, I've got a fried brain. Make sure this is on pause. Which it wasn't. Switch your laundry later, Jonesy. I should have put it out when the sun was out, but now it's cooling down. We're in the late sort of. There you go, Wade. I think I've sorted that out. Who else is in there? Some really nice people. Oh, a happy, simple life. Good to see you. Oh, a simple, happy life. Like I said, I fried my brain. I'm a 60-odd-year-old man doing these training courses, and for this stupid job that I do, and I've yeah, and for what? Why would I put myself through that at this stage of my life? You know, I wouldn't mind being a trainer, to be honest. I've got that much knowledge about the different industries altogether, to be honest. And let's click under here. Let's go back to here. All right, now I'm back on the home screen. Oh, why didn't I just drag that across to there? Come across to the second screen, you little piece of page. Okay, so now I've got. Now I'm getting back into the swing of it, and the computer's going a bit slow. Definitely going to get a new computer very, very soon. When do you say? Very soon for me could be this year, maybe next year. I like the way EVMUX brings up the picture, the channel. So you could have had an option to go remote. Yes, he said I could have done it from home. He even knew from past life. Yep. Swap stories. Oh, the test. Yeah, what they do now. If you're going to work on a road, because of all people working on roads, is the most deadliest occupation in Australia. More people get killed working on roads than any other occupation. So trying to minimise that, they've brought in all these stupid rules and regulations. There's the frog in the background. And in these regulations, you're welcome, Gandalf. And in these regulations, you left 5 blank. What? Sorry, Shawnee, what have I missed there? Okay, of course they changed the rules. You left 5 blank. Yeah, I left five of the questions blank. But when I was on the circle, I was at the other end. So if you told me to stand up first and go out, I would have been 5 questions automatically wrong because I didn't do them. But when they started the first other end, I had time to go back through the folder and get them all done. And yeah, it was like the other oldest guy there, he was spun out. He said, "You know what? If I don't pass this, I'm retiring." Yeah. Anyway, but there's more fatalities on the roads in Australia than any other industry. So they've brought out two rules for people who control work sites on roads. So they've got a level 1 and a level 2. It doesn't matter what your tickets were in the past. Like I've got a lifetime road workers license to work in New South Wales, a lifetime, because I've got over 20 years experience in that industry up there, which is and so many people there, like they gave about 1,000 of them out. And I said to him, so this is no good to me down here, is it? And he said no, the Tasmania is sort of behind the times, but they're trying to change things now by bringing these rules. So a level 1 can only work on a road that can be 100 kilometre an hour, but it's got to be less than 3,000 vehicle movements in a 24-hour period. So usually a level 1 is working in the suburban streets. So anything under 60 kilometres an hour, you can work in any of those streets as a level 1, run jobs, projects, put all the regulation signage out, all that sort of stuff. And the level 2s are for working in multi-lane highways, major intersections like 100k roads with over 3,000 vehicle movements in a 24-hour period. All these it's not stupid. All these regulations is the new system. So the license that I did yesterday was for a level 1, and they said, "Oh, you'll be back in a couple of weeks to do the level 2." And you know what I said? Nah, I'll just stick with working as a level 1 until I retire. So there you go. So I'm going to that sort of threw him a bit, because they planned on me doing this. And it cost $2,000 for every person who went, even though we didn't pay for it. The license was $2,000. Good on you, Chef. And thank you, my friend. Jesus, a nice crowd in. Look at this. Really nice people. 9 fabulous people in. And that's just helping me get another at least 9 or so watch hours for this live. And hey, Shawnee, I don't know how you going in your replays. And he's Ryan, did you see the comment on whatever live it was earlier tonight? Here's Shawnee sticking out the emojis, which on screen doesn't look as good as what it really does look on the YouTube side of things. And I am 15 minutes behind, it says. Wow. I had your live playing while I was at Steve's live. Good on you. Oh, that was Gandalf. Yep. Steve was live. Or was that Ryan? But yep, I got you. Steve was live at the same time as Ryan. Steve's lives are good, but I'm sort of being a muso or a music-loving person. You sort of got this little undercurrent hatred of AI music, because what is AI music? It is music that the computer has listened to, learnt, knows how to put things in people's voices. It's synthesized voices, all different sort of voices. It can play whatever you need it to be. So hang on, where am I? YouTube's different from. Okay, I got to catch up, Bobby. Sorry, mate. Jeff, I'll just sort of quickly scroll down if everyone's saying hi. Testing out EVMUX today. Yes, definitely hosting. Host is trying out all of the buttons. Yes, there's some weird ones. Let me try this. Let me try that. Let me try that. Yes. It's a very strange one. You can make, with EVMUX, right, you can make different scenes. And you got a pro scene. Let me just prick the pro scene. What happens there? That's the countdown. Okay. This is the pro scene. This is what I should have done at the start. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Thunderbirds, go. Welcome in, everybody. This is Radio Jonesy. And if I click this button, we should go full screen. I said if I click this button, yeah, maybe I got to click that button so there's more buttons to click. I'm learning it. But yes, let's get back to the chat. Chef, he put 9:30 p.m. here. It's bedtime. All right, mate. Enjoy the warmth of your bed, even though it is probably too warm. But yeah, we still got fireplaces and electric blankets going on here, and it is the start of springtime. I've learnt this year I need a lot more. Yeah, the moose here is member number 2 or number 4. No, number 3. Peter's 4. You're 3. Shawnee's 1, and Des is 2. Yes, look at that. The dog's chewing on something. What are you chewing on, buddy? Just don't chew on my collector's stuff back there. There he is, little Charlie. He's hanging out with me. He's waiting for his... we're going to go down and pick Mrs. Radio up. He calls her mum. He says, "Mummy, where's my mummy?" And if you haven't watched Doctor Who, Shawnee, stream both Radio J talking Outback. Yes, interesting. That's how far behind. 17 minutes I am behind. All right, let me just quickly just read as I'm looking at it. Simple Happy Life, welcome in. Sorry I'm way behind in the chat. Good to see you, and thank you. Gandalf says hi. The Moose says hi. Ace, Simple Happy Candace. Well, hi Candace, good to see you. So I clicked that, Ace, and it didn't go on there. It went up on the screen. I wonder why it goes on the screen here without... Anyway. Maybe I got to keep clicking. No, click that. No. So that Ace's Simple Happy Candace is still on the screen. My screen on the EVMUX. Why is it so? Hi, Jonesy, and thank you. The Moose, Ace is saying hi. Ryan, Gandalf, yes, I've seen the comment. Everyone's saying hi, and hi. Gandalf saying cool. Shawnee's going, Simple Happy Life. Hey there. Cheers. And everyone's saying hi. Your camera... It's popped up. Your camera has low. Well, that can't be right. Let me just adjust this. Something is popping up on the screen. The webcam. Go to settings. Okay, advanced settings. Camera. Go back to camera. I'll tell you what. Let me just click this and we'll see. See how it changes. See if this changes anything. Oh, it's dark. Is that? Oh, there we go. Pop. Wow, that was dark. There we go. All right, let's continue on down. Hey, what about the March for Australia last week? It was really predictable with what the national media carried on with. It was a march against See, what's happening here in the country, every weekend there's this massive march for the Palestinian people, and it's not massive. There's hundreds go to it. It's in Sydney. Sydney has a huge Middle Eastern population in Sydney, so there's a lot of people interested in it. Let me just say that. And okay, 10:30 p.m. here in Montana. This could be a good time. I actually enjoy this time to go live. I'm basically home alone with the dog. The lovely Mrs. Radio's out where she goes to at where she volunteers today, helping the needy, and she enjoys what she does. So good luck to her. I go and do on a Friday, I'll do the washing, I'll do the grocery shop, especially we do a big shop every fortnight, which was today. Hey, and then a lot of people go live. There's a lot of people I know do lives in the morning, my time, which is Thursday night or afternoon, your times and American times, and then I enjoy the after lunch. Shawnee usually goes live at midday. What are you going to do, Shawnee, when you monetize? Are you still going to go live the regular pattern? Are you going to change? Are you going to do anything different? Have a look there, Shawnee. I've got some potatoes there sprouting in the light. There is some seeds there as well. There is some pumpkin, butternut, and classic pumpkin seeds there drying out. Is your Wi-Fi glitching? I can't tell. It says it's going good here. I reckon it's the camera. Let me go back. Is it only this camera or was it the other camera as well? Let me just click this one. I'll switch back to the other camera. But it come up as do not feel bad. I am a 56-year-old and I like a fine wine as we get old and better with age. Yes, that's what we're like. We are like fine wine. We definitely are. I tell you, this channel that I do my videos on, I talk about a lot of stuff that sort of interests me a bit. And then I get a lot of memories since I've started doing lives or other things. It is. Unfortunately, I can't lock it in because I could be working every second Friday. I don't know. I told him the other day I don't want to work Fridays, and if I don't work Fridays, this time slot is the time slot that I will be sticking with. But yes, let me just go back to the camera. I was gonna. And this is another thing. When you get old, you start. Oh, I clicked the wrong. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Let me settings. Camera. This is the thing with EVMUX, just a little bit different. Yes, Charlie. And I've really enjoyed this format where I can talk. I know I'm not super hugely popular, but I've worked in radio for a number of years where you can just sit down and you can either have where I worked, I mainly worked in music stations. I did a little bit of producing on a talkback station, and the talkback station was pretty cool. I quite enjoyed my time there. But yep, thank you very much. I really do appreciate you, and a simple, happy life. Doesn't that sound good? It says my camera has low FPS with a number 4. I'll tell you what, that is a 4K camera too. So why is it that way? Let me have a look. Press the button. Oh, dearie me. But I've enjoyed music, like most of my life I've enjoyed music. Always been a music nut since I can remember. And talking about music, I need to get you a Black Oak Arkansas poster. Yes, I need to check them out, actually, Black Oak. Well, I would definitely hang it, but don't go out of your way just for me, Bobby. There is Bobby's channel. Ace has put that up. Lovely guy. Check him out. You couldn't meet a nicer person, and that's just from online. That's the thing about communities as well. You meet these one, and I did say this on one of my latest videos. A couple of YouTubers actually, one emailed me back, Gary over there at Junk the Gems, and he asked me, I'm pushing hard, and he didn't realize I had two, he didn't realize Radio Jonesy and On Tour with Radio Jonesy with 2 different channels. That is a bit of a thing that's been happening since I've been doing YouTube. And when I started the second channel, I should have just called it this channel. I should have not branded myself Radio Jonesy. I should have said, I still can change, but should I change or should I just stick it out? Like, a lot of people are confused. On Tour with Radio Jonesy is my traveling around showing the sights and sounds and scenery. And yes, but anyway, I do enjoy the talk stuff, but yeah. Well, anyway, Gary said if he needs a hand, I'll give you a shout out. So I haven't seen his video today, so he was going to do a bit of a shout out for me, same as White Rock Homestead, but they're busy on their holiday at the moment, so they've probably the moose with a couple of koalas. I love the AC/DC poster. I'm a big fan. Yeah, the poster at the back there, that's the 1976 tour poster. 1979. It can't be 1976. The glares on the window. 1979. That's the year the Highway to Hell album come out. And I've been a big fan of AC/DC. I've got up the top there, there's some AC/DC stuff as well. But yeah, anyway, we'll leave that. I won't play with cameras while I'm on a run. But, man, I like in '79, I was a big fan already. I seen AC/DC live a couple of years before that. My older brother took me to a few gigs where I was underage, and we'd go in and we'd see, like, the Sydney music scene at that stage was absolutely amazing. So many good bands in Australia at that time. So much music going on. And let me tell you, I love AC/DC to death. Like, I've got all their albums, I've got all their music. I'm even become good friends of Dave Evans, which is the very first singer of AC/DC before Bon Scott. So I've got a lot of that sort of AC/DC DNA. I've been around him for a while. But yeah, my brother took me to a couple of fabulous gigs. And, oh man, amazing stuff back in the day when they were firing. And they still are firing. But they're like all of us. They're old men now. We're all old. But, yeah, they, like we went to a pub out the back of Blacktown in Sydney. It was called the Comb and Cutter. The Comb, COMB, and Cutter, CUTTER. And it was known around the world as the curb and gutter. So the Comb and Cutter was known by the punters who went out there as the curb and gutter, because most people were too drunk to walk out and they were rolling around in the gutter. But yeah, it was a wonderful wonderful gig. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Well, on YouTube, I'm way behind, but on YouTube, I have number 5. Or is it number 6? I think I have number 5. I have another member somewhere. But this is number 6. I've got to scroll down. Excuse me for if I haven't if I have missed your post and you wanted me to read it. Oh yeah, hang on. Let me just do this first. Oh, it doesn't even come up as green on this screen. Good on you, Ace. Absolutely. Send me an email, Ace, or is your email available to you? And tell me what sort of music you like. I'd like to send you some. But thanks, Ace. Ace has just become a member, and she's found the star, the Tasmania Island. That's the island, and then the koala and the devil. Oh man, that's fabulous, Ace. Thank you very much. And she's a wombat. Ace has become a member. Why doesn't it say? It says Ace. Welcome to the Wombats, Ace. Yes. All right. Well, that's fantastic, Ace. Anyway, your number 6, Ace. Number 6. I'm going to be writing all these down in a list. So for as long as I know you, I'll be calling you number 6. And if I was a Kiwi, you better watch out the way you say it. Have you ever heard a Kiwi say 6? The I becomes an E when they say it. Radio Jonesy, when I monetize my personal life and my personal life will still be the same. I won't have time to go live, but I will go live when I can anyway. Educational gardening content, gardening chats, and games. Shawnee, you're on a winner. That's all I need to say. You do things well. And how does your replays go in views? Like, do you get... My replays are going good in views at the moment because I am pushing for watch hours, and I'm assuming a lot of people are supporting me by running or watching or enjoying. But my lives are just... oh, there we go. Thanks, Ace. Oh, click. Oh, Ace. Oh, click that there, Ace, on the YouTube side of things. My computer is really slow. Wait. It says wait. Okay, my computer is going very slow over here. And if it's glitching, I'm apologizing. I tried something else on my computer, and I think it's having a stress attack. And we have 11 wonderful people. This is fabulous. Welcome in. This is Radio Jonesy pushing for the finish line or the start line of the YouTube regulations. We want to get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. I've got under 400 watch hours to go, which I'm really happy about. And the subscribers, I still need a few. All right, Ace, thanks for that. I will save that to watch later. Black Oak, Arkansas. Oh, I like the outfit. And the hair. Oh, now you're talking. This is 3.7 million views 11 years ago. Black Oak, Arkansas performing Jim Dandy. I will check that out once I'm finished Ace. And I will do a bit of research and a bit of homework. It's funny when you live on the other side of the world and music. You'd think, like, there is some fantastic Australian bands. Absolutely. A lot of them just didn't make it in America for one reason or another, but there's plenty of fabulous Australian bands. I'm trying to scroll down. Oh, what? Did I make the bottom? No, it says I'm 4. Here we go. Oh, there we go. That's the great saying. I'm still here. I come up with lost network connection, but come on. Am I still here? Just checking the chat. Hello, test 1, test 2. We see you. We hear you. You're live. I was still live here on the screen, which you can see me pointing at. And then there was a little bit of writing here saying you've been disconnected. Up the top here, it was still saying I'm live. And then the screen went black. So it was sort of in slow motion. So sorry about that. My family out there, my friends. And I've jumped over a lot of chat. And Shawnee, so talk about gardening. Well, I have a big garden. I've made out of wood pallets. And I've made a small hoop house. Put them on. So grow early and late. Good for you, Wade. Here we go. We're going back to this comment. I got you 6, Jonesy. Thanks, Ace. You're wonderful. And yes, I need to send you out a sticker pack, Ace. So send me an email, please. I will. Send me an email and at radiojonesy1 radio JONESY number 1 radiojonesy1 at gmail.com. And let's see what's going on. Okay, so we got top chat. Let me get out of that. Go to live chat. And yeah, let me just say while we're here, let me see, what can I do here? We're on Layers. What does layers do? Ooh, I'm scared to touch things. Banners. What does this go? Let's have a look at this. I just clicked banners. Radio Jonesy has plenty of playlists to watch. Pick one and enjoy the conversation. How true is that? What does this one do? EVMUX. I'm still learning the system. Okay, hit that one. That one disappears. Hide. Come on. It's slow. Oh, my computer is saying I am 100% Wi-Fi connected. It's not dying. It's not going slow. It is the old computer here going, it's too cold to work. That's what's happening. That's when I froze. Let's go forward. Let's pick a conversation. Okay, let me get out of that. How do I get rid of that banner now? All right. Computer's glitching. Computer's doing all sorts of weird stuff. Stop the because. Okay. Play safe, Jonesy. Go back to chat. Go back to chat. All right. All right, that's where we were with Wade. Shawnee, please tell Mark, as an old man, I have some well-earned advice for him. Wear shoes when cooking. It's just hot stuff. Cooking, it's not just hot stuff either. Shawnee's come in and said, Radio Jonesy. Oh, man, why am I going slow today? Come on, Shawnee. I clicked that about 5 minutes ago. My live stream replays range from 100 to 400 views. And well, that's fabulous, Shawnee. You're on a winner there. And just remember, the average for let's just say gardening channel, your average CPMs, like views per 1,000, will be around $10. It could be more, it could be less, just depending on the subject that you're doing, the title that you have, and all these little wonderful little. But I'm just seeing if I'm freezing. But the CPMs, if you get 400 views, you've probably made $4 in the replay. Just that 400 views. Like using 1,000 will get you $10 when you monetize, Shawnee. So keep that little magical number in your system. But the CPMs are all different depending on the content you're creating, what style of content, what you're doing, and it's the whole network here of you should wear shoes all the time, Shawnee. The only time you don't wear shoes is when you're walking down the beach, unless you live in Tasmania, because the sand gets cold at this time of year. Oh, 3:15 here on the island of Tasmania. We've been going for an hour and 45 minutes. This is one thing EVMUX doesn't let you do. It doesn't let you do more than 2 hours. So at the 2 hour mark, you will cut off. So, but what it does do is that this. Oh, man. Sorry about the dropping in and dropping out. But what it does do is the sun's coming through. Look at that. Afternoon sunshine. What it does do, it leaves however you've set your live stream up, it stays there. You don't have to go into it again. You just go back to this live that I've done here. I've just got to change the title. And you just press go live again, and it's the same thing. It's already in raring to go. So if you set up all your different little jingles and your other little videos for monetization and things like that, and videos for members, and yeah, so oh man, I'm so yes, gardening, and I'm enjoying my trials and tribulations. That the only thing I noticed today when I was up there doing a bit of gardening is that my neighbour, we're cutting down a big pine tree, and he's throwing over the fence the branches that I'm going to chop up for firewood. So he's cutting them into like 4 or 6 foot lengths or whatever he can handle to throw over the fence, and then I chop them up, cut them shorter, and where I'm going to plant this garden of peas and beans is right where he's throwing stuff over. So I'm going to have to that's the strategy. I'll do that and leave a walking side up that side fence line. Yes, that's what I'll do. Johnny, I do, and I've learnt the hard way. Yes, shoes. I walked out the back about a month, 2 months ago now, with the dog, bringing the dog out for his afternoon. His middle of the evening toilet session, where we all get him to go out to the bathroom before he goes, before it's time for sleeping. And as I walked out in my bare feet, I trod on something very sharp. It felt like glass. It went deep into my foot. It was blood. I bleed like a squealing pig, and there was blood flowing very quickly. I held my foot up. I could feel something in my foot. It was like the size of a razor blade, and it went in about half an inch into the foot. And to get it out, I was crying like a baby trying to get it out. My missus, who is very needs a very good set of glasses, I said, "Don't touch it," because I just knew what she was going to do. And thanks for laughing at me, Shawnee. And we see you. We hear you. This is what you said earlier on. Your life. Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks, Johnny. Appreciate you. Anyway, long story short, my daughter, who heard all the commotion downstairs, come up and said, "Oh my God, what's going on? I'm bleeding everywhere." She's just grabbed some tweezers, come in, pulled it out. It was like the size. I don't know. I've got nothing that size. Probably wasn't as round as one of these, but it was about half the thickness of that. About half of one of them went, like a steel thing, went straight into my foot. Then I bandaged her up. I got stopped the bleeding, went inside, sat down, put my foot up, all throbbing, boom, boom, boom. Went down to the doctor's the next day and got a tetanus shot, but it was a piece of steel, and where it's come from, who knows? And it was laying down in between a crack of the concrete, so it was sitting in there, and my foot just come on it at the wrong time. But anyway, that was a few days. That was a couple of weeks back. Shawnee, is it possible to use pallets to support melons, or maybe plant them between the slats? That's a good idea, Gandalf. Let's see what Shawnee says. Wait, I'd like to experiment with alfalfa pallets and wool pellets. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Enjoy biochar and worm castings. Yes, they do. There's a guy down here who's growing hydroponically alfalfas and bean sprouts and things underground. In a basement in the city of Launceston in a very old building that used to be a whiskey distillery, and he's running a hydroponics network with grow lights, and it runs 20. It's all cement. It's all in this basement of this old distillery, and he's got this grow lights and trays, and I don't know how many days it takes for it's a matter of days that they grow, and then he's got all the restaurants in town are purchasing direct from him because he's fresh. He's I suppose he's organic, is he? He's just growing it through water. He's just got the hydroponic system up. Man, he is on a winner. It was on our television, local Australia ABC government television show. Shawnee grows now. In the spring, I use fish kelp, blood meal, and sauce to mix water with and put my seeds in, transplant, and then use a mix one each month to feed my plants. So where are you based, Wade? Oh, he's Montana. Is that what you said? No, I am an old man. Okay, Gandalf. Heat-treated pellets have been used to grow watermelons. Heat-treated pellets have been used to grow watermelons horizontally or vertically. Where are we? 123. Okay. I'm excited to see the CPMs range for my content. Yep, you'll get to see it all, Shawnee. It comes... it's interesting. Hey, I was watching my live. I just jumped out. We dropped down to 8. Okay, where are we going? Over here. Let me have a look. Over here. Ooh, this battery's going to run out on the phone. Okay. I'm very, I got a video. Let me have a look at this one. On tour with Radio Jonesy. Let's have a look. Analytics. Content, audio, revenue. Okay, so in the revenue, where does it say my CPMs? I'm just trying to find it here so I can... my shorts that I've put out, Shawnee. In the last 28 days, Mist of Time, which is a very old one I'd done a long time ago, has made me 1 cent. Queenstown, Tasmania has made me 1 cent. I got one that says potatoes. That's made me 1 cent. Live performance revenue. This is on Radio Jonesy. I haven't done a live there for a long time. So my replay of my lives, I should be showing you on the screen. Replay of my lives I've made on Radio Jonesy, on tour with Radio Jonesy, which I haven't been promoting or pushing or doing anything with. I've made 22 cents, 14 cents, 10 cents, and the list just goes on and on down that list of my lives, the replays. Come on, give me the CPMs. Shorts ads, watch page ads. Okay, watch page ads. The last 28 days has made $19.12 based on a CPM of $32.24. So that's triple what the standard is. So the holiday aspect of that channel, like the videos of me showing you around and being a holiday destination sort of a channel, there's a lot of advertisers willing to advertise, and they're mainly Airbnbs and homestays and rental car companies and things in this nature. Depending on where you're watching from, depends on what sort of ad you get. But the CPMs there are very good. So it'll be interesting to see what I get on the talk. But I will be putting more time into that channel as well as this channel. I'll be putting exactly the same amount of time that I put into. I'm going to be doing like a even spread of the two channels. The third channel, which is going to make me money soon, which won't be a lot of money either, like I'm talking cents, is the drive around channel. People watch me driving around in the car. So there's a bit of chatter going on. I'll just sort of skip over a few of them. Wade's talking to Shawnee. Shawnee's talking to Wade. Seed drench. Extract. There's a little boy stretching out. He's getting a bit of get that back stretch, Charlie. Yep, he's laying on the carpet. Yes, food generation on making fermenting plant juice and fish emulsion. Very nice, Shawnee. The gardening side of things, the business side of gardening, if you're doing it for business, is interesting as well. That's a whole new story. Okay, this service has a limit of 2 hours. That's correct. And I'm at 1.5 right now. So I'm going to go for that extra half an hour. So thank you, everybody, for coming in. My iPad doesn't show emails in about... My iPad and phone don't show email in about... Okay. Do you send emails, Ace? Anyway, we'll sort this out, Ace. Leave it with me. Shawnee Grows, do you have compost bins? Well, there's an interesting question. Does Outback Tasmania have compost bins? Well, you'll have to watch the video to see. Hey, they're working good, Shawnee, as well. They've gone down another quarter of the bin has gone down. So a few of the warmer days we've been having, and a lot of rain we've been having. So I'll be showing that in my Outback Tasmania video out tomorrow. I've got a 2-bin system, which will be a 3-bin system. And it's yes. Can somebody drop that wonderful channel Outback Tasmania for the chat? The huge audience of 9 people. If you haven't connected with Outback Tasmania, you're missing out. That guy is absolutely fantastic. I'm closing my compost pile at the rental house where I live and being prepared to move when we buy a house. I have a compost trench layers in the garden away from home and a tractor to mix and move. And I got the alarm again, so if I drop out, I'll be back shortly. The alarm has just popped in. My Wi-Fi is at 100%. I should not have a problem. It says your live recording. I'm getting overexcited. Your live recording will end in 30 minutes due to plan limits, unless you buy the free plan stops at 2 hours, but you get a longer plan if you if you've got a paid version. And like I said before, I will be buying a paid version because I do like the idea of the lives. You know, whether you do one or two a week or whatever, I do like the idea of the lives where you can connect with the people, talk directly to them, and you know, I do enjoy the videos. I actually enjoy making the videos more than live, but this feels like I'm sitting in my radio studio and I'm talking to an audience of thousands, and welcome in everybody. And let me tell you, Sean, each video you do for your CPMs will have a different CPM. So it is what the YouTube algorithm overlords think, um, that what title you have, what content you do, who you are in the YouTube world, whether you get like 1,000 views, 5,000 views, 500 views, 200 views. All these variables are in the mix for your CPMs. But once you get going and you're on a roll, trust me, check out Mike over there at a Wichita Mountain Living. An absolutely lovely guy doing a great job on his channel at the moment. The 5-gallon bucket every 3 days of waste. Ooh, greens. Ooh, Shawnee. Yes, it was painful. Let me tell you, Ace, I cried like a baby. Hey, the Down Under Cruisers have popped in. Pop Up Sunday. I thought it was Friday. Yeah, mate, I got to learn how to change the title. I've just reused an old EVMUX one. I'm trying to confuse people. But I will be live on Sunday if you want to come up after you're going live tomorrow. So don't forget to follow the Down Under Cruisers. Absolutely fabulous people. They run a charity called Helping Hands for Cruising, where people who have never cruised before, who have got, for one reason or another, haven't been able to, you can nominate people for a cruise and they get the finances together to try to help people that get selected. So they get a lot of people nominated and they choose a couple of people and they sort out a cruise for them. That's the whole goal of Helping Hands for Cruising, which is run by this wonderful organisation down here, the Down Under Cruisers. There you go, Sean. Free plug. Shawnee grows. I know my house is growing roses again. Oh, I love growing roses. Yep. Love roses. Grapevines. Ooh, I love grapes. Ooh, Gandalf. I love Gandalf. Brother. In a brotherly way. There you go. There's the Down Under Cruisers. If you haven't connected with Sean and the crew, please do. They're trying to get their monetization goals happening. So let me just run down the list. I'm sorry, but it might look dead, but it might not be. Thanks, Ace, says Sean. David Austin Roses. Good for Zone 4. Is Wade saying hi to Sean and the crew? Gee, Sean, you're having a good conversation here with Wade about all sorts of stuff. And what do you use, Sean? Do you use EVMUX? I can't remember. What system do you use for live streaming? Man, I'm 12 minutes behind in the chat. Charlie's down there having a bit of a scratch and a play. Yeah, shorts make sense. They don't make a lot of sense. You can make money out of it. Like I said, I was doing the dad jokes. That's what I was going to continue that format. I will bring that back in for the next week. I'll be doing dad jokes on this channel as well, just to see if I can get a few more subscribers that way. They were making me $1 a joke. I was getting like 5,000, 6,000 views. All right, let me just run down here. Yeah, Shawnee's been watching too much gardening on YouTube. We're just passing all those comments. Shawnee, back in 5. Good on you, Gandalf. I'll still be here for another 20 minutes or so. Shawnee Grows. You have not seen the new house and her new garden bed. They are like wow. Like Wow and Wipeout. Is a good song by the band The Hoodoo Gurus. Hurry back, Gandalf. Okay, Bobby's popped back for a comment. Good on you, Bobby. Jump in whenever you can, mate. Missoula. Is it Missoula? Did I say that correct? Yep. So just getting back into if you're watching in the replay, we are pushing this young lady, Shawnee Grows, to the starting line of the 1,000, 4,000. So if you haven't connected with Shawnee, please do. Shawnee Grows, great channel, great person and personality. You will get an education and have fun at the same time. And where have you heard that? There you go. Fantastic channel. Thanks, Shawnee, for dropping the link to that great channel, Outback Tasmania. It had 88 subscribers at last count last night, and 167 watch hours, I think. So I need to put up more content. It's been about 2 weeks. I had a bad week last week. It was pouring with rain. Ooh, Pitmaster. Must be an EVMUX problem. Yeah, it's probably an old computer Radio Jonesy problem, I'd suggest. EVMUX is awesome. I thought he was using EVMUX. I haven't really done too much, Sean. I haven't been playing with too much. I just made the dynamic scene full screen. I haven't tried anything else, but can you please drop? Oh, I can drop James's email. Sorry, Ace. Unless Shawnee's already done it. We can go with gmail.com. Com. Why didn't the M come out? Why didn't the M come out? I don't know. There's no. Can you do you can't do links for emails, can you? You just got to put it out there. Yeah. Should say com. And I will have a website up very soon, to be honest. We're working on that at the moment. And on the website, we'll have merch, we'll have music, we'll have stickers, all sorts of things, and ways to connect with other people. It seems to be the new way of doing business. I mean, it's not the new way, but it is the way for have another another area where you can send people to get some stuff. Okay. I don't know. Did that work for you, Ace? Or do you need... let me just run down here. Bobby, one of my best friends in Missoula. Yep. We'll just run down the list. See if there's anything. Everyone's talking to each other, which is fabulous. It's great to see the community absolutely having a great conversation because, these lives get graded by the conversation. So how many connections there were, how many words were spoken and typed, and all that sort of stuff goes into the algorithm for pushing it forward. Thanks, Ace. You're welcome. Yeah, flick us an email, and I will send you a sticker pack for sure. I've got an American sticker pack for you all ready to go, and I'll send you something from here. Ooh, and it's cooling down for springtime. It's cooling down. Currently, the computer's not saying what it is. Why not? Hot economic growth, it says, where it's supposed to say the weather. Anyway, where are we? I better keep onto it before Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, the radio. I've got Radio Jonesy1 at gmail.com and Radio Jonesy2 at gmail.com and Jonesy LMFM at gmail.com, which is the old Lake Macquarie FM radio station one, which I keep running because I've got a lot of stuff connected to that one, and I still do get music sent to me by different bands, different managers, different organisations that want to share music with radio DJs. So Ace is going to get a new laptop soon. Awesome. And I've got an old laptop inside. I've got to get a new laptop, and I've got to get a new tower. Just a new computer and probably monitors, and look at this laptop here. A laptop here which is old as me. Hardly get it. If I turn it on, it works. And here we go. Look at the merch we have. The Radio Jonesy covers, which is so if I turn it that way, you get to see really what it is. But look at that. There's that lights coming through the window. Australian Radio Indie, Radio Jonesy, it's all happening. But all it is a white cup with one of these stuck on it. But I thought that was fun to do at the time. But now I've got to do one. We'll start on getting done. There's baseball hats, there's bucket hats, there's T-shirts, hoodies, even Radio Jonesy underwear, believe it or not. There's coffee. There's Charlie. Oh, no, there's all sorts of stuff in the works right now as we speak. So I'm going to pretend I'm a band, and I'm going to do merch like bands do. Poor old Charlie's over here shivering. Want to go inside, buddy? Want to go inside? We will in about 12 minutes, mate. It's not that bad. He went to the hairdressers yesterday, the clippers, and we asked him. We go to the same place, right? And we said to him, not this time, last time, we like to keep his fur on because of this time of year. It doesn't have to be extremely long, but we don't want to clip him. And they said, yep, sure, we'll just tidy up his ears, clip his nails, get the fur out from between his paws where where dogs chew on the fur. Anyway, everything, and they said, would you like the same as last time when we went this time? We said, yeah, sure. And they clipped him basically down to a like a real small coat, but it'll grow quickly. He's a Louchin. If you haven't seen the Louchins, mate, look up Louchins on YouTube when you do get a chance. They're really clever dogs. And don't forget, Charlie's got his own channel. It's called Charlie, the Tasmanian dog. And there's a couple of videos on there. So, there you go. Radio Jones. There's the email. If anyone wants to converse in any other way, just send me an email, and if anyone needs assistance in the YouTube side of things, I don't know a lot, but I do know a little bit. Yep. So I'm just going to run down here. Chat race. Yes, chat race. I don't know what the official name of it's. What is it? But it counts on the amount of comments that go through the chat, and that gives your video or your live a ranking on others. So like if you're getting a lot of engagements, I think that's what it is. Is it engagements? If you're getting a lot of engagements, it is sending me Charlie, you say. You might get a Charlie sticker, but it's too expensive to send in the post. £53 there at the moment. There you go. It's down to 10 degrees. It's 10 degrees. Feels like 7 Celsius. So, but it was a beautiful warm day. And let me tell you, the greenhouse, when I unzipped it, it was so warm. So the plants in there right now are really getting a good dose of heat and light. Okay, got the 10-minute warning. When I'm 4K and 1K, I have a plan to roll out some merch. Awesome, Shawnee. Make sure you get some big boy shirts for us big boys. Yes. 44 with Wade. Bobby's going at 70 up in Arkansas, where the real men are men. Charlie needs a heating pad and a doggy bed out there. Yep, yeah. Well, a doggy bed up the back here would be good. He likes sitting right now. He's sitting right here at the door. He's listening to the birds. There's a lot of bird life. Oh, talking about bird life. This morning at about 8 o'clock, the kookaburras were going crazy out here. The cuckoo, like that was going off like a frog in a sock. So if that happens tomorrow, I'm out in the back filming the kookaburras. But Charlie's here listening to the birds. They're all squawking and carrying on in the afternoon. Oh, yeah, I've got to go outside and start up my neighbour's car, actually. I've got to do that in a minute. He's overseas. He wants to make sure the battery don't run flat. So we're going to get to do that. We're down to counting down the time. Bobby, wow, a night loving the cooler temps. I suppose it's cool when it's been up around the 90s. Temps should be getting to the 40s, even 39. Yes, thanks, Sean. I will appreciate that, mate. Definitely do need some help. So we'll talk about that online and see if I can get some things happening here, because I am going to pay for one of the services. I just don't know which one. But everyone talks about EVMUX, how good it is. It's like where you can put your different scenes in. Fog advisory. There is Charlie's channel. Yeah, if you haven't connected with little Charlie, I'll try to get him more. Actually, we might film him tonight with his little frog outfit on. He's shaking, actually. I've got to get him inside. It is coming up to 4 p.m. our time. So 7 minutes left. Just running down the board. I am 4 minutes behind, so it says. Shorty grows out tomatoes with all hoop house out the back. Yep, hoop houses are the go. Do you have a thermometer in the greenhouse for recording temps? No, I don't. And should I, Shawnee? It doesn't seem to get extremely hot. If we're going to have warm weather, I will unzip the window or the door and have an airflow. That is my strategy for my mini greenhouse. Let me tell you, the beans and peas are really going well. Beans aren't supposed to be growing as good as they are, but they are coming up. Our daisies and daffodils are growing fabulous. Got some new daffodils which are come out, which are white around the outside and orange in the middle. And over there, they're not coming out over there yet. So, yes, Mrs. Radio is very impressed with the yellow ones. She doesn't like the white ones. They're not as bright. She wants to be bright and yellow. And what rate does Jonesy pay for studying the neighbour's car while they're away? No, that's part of the service that I provide. I create my own scenes, and it kind of resembles OBS. It definitely does, Sean. And I've got to get my what is it? Nightbot. I've got to get my Nightbot going again. I'm doing something wrong there. It's not connecting. It should be connecting, but it's not. So I've done something wrong with Nightbot, and I want to work out how to play with this a little bit better. But we are coming towards the end. We've got 4 minutes to go. It's been a fabulous live. There's been lots of wonderful people here. Of course, Shawnee Grows, who is actually leading the crown. Who's the top fans in this one? Let me have a quick look here. Well, look at me. It is awesome. Let me see. How do you share screen here? Add camera, invite a guest. Cannot do a switch to landscape. Okay. Good. Share screen. Here we go. Share screen. See what happens here, peoples. I just clicked the button. I don't know what's going to happen. It's telling me I said okay. Thank you. And sharing the screen. Let me go. Is that one way? Oh, no, I don't want to do that way. I want to do it the other way. No. All these different little formats. Let's go back to here. All right. Looking at the top fans, Wade is number 1 with 150. Bobby is number 2 with the crown with 150. Ace is 3rd with the crown at 150. Shawnee, who's usually number 1, has fallen from her heights. He's still 150, but is 4th. There we go. Ryan's Variety Talk is 5th. The Moose is 6th. And Sean is 7th. The Drunken Chef Barbecue is 8th. Simple Happy Life, 9th. And Ed from Whistlestop Homestead, who popped in and popped out, he is down the bottom there holding up the number 10 position. So there you go. That is, now how can I make that bigger? Let me have a quick look at that. Grab that, chuck that over to that side. Shawnee Wader, why does that go to there? I'm trying to play with this. Let me have a look. Ooh, it switches there. I can't get rid of this silly things in me way. Go this button. No, this is remove. But anyway, there is the screen. There is a double whammy. And yeah, you have all been part of the Radio Jonesy network. It has been wonderful having everybody in tonight or this afternoon or today to morning or wherever you are in the world. You can email Jonesy. Let me have a look. I'll just check for you, Ace, because we are counting down. There you go, Ace. Yes, I got it. I sent it back. All right, so now I just got to do this. If I do this and go there, I go back to full screen. Okay, we're counting down. I've got the 1 minute countdown happening. So without further ado, I'd like to thank Ace for coming in as a new member tonight. Absolutely appreciate you more than you know, Ace. Really do. It's been great to have you in the community. Wherever we go, it's the same sort of wonderful people. So really good to have everybody who's had a chat. Wade, thank you very much for coming in and getting a jacket. Have a thermometer. No, I'm just scrolling down the bottom of the chat on YouTube side of things. It says broadcast will end in 8. Okay, guys, this is Radio Jonesy. I've been told 5, 4, 3, 2. Next time. Till we meet again.